no, take your time.
Okay. Repeat your question for me.
I would like to know the best process of pouring energy back into myself after a breakup,
Okay.
after the no contact phase.
Gotcha. So how long have you been broken up?
It's been like 3 days, bro.
3 days? Oh, it's fresh. It's
Yeah.
fresh. How long was the relationship?
It was 4 or 5 months. It
Okay.
was like a pretty strong connection, I would say, though.
Gotcha. Okay. So you've been no contact for 3 days. Um, I mean, the first thing is you want to start like processing the relationship, right? So you want to go through like you're gonna have to grieve the connection. A lot of guys try to find ways to get busy so they can distract themselves from like the emotional experience that they're having, but you have to give some attention and create some space for the emotional experience because to process an emotion means to feel the emotion, right? It doesn't mean to think about it, right? A lot of guys tend to suppress and just try to go out there and distract themselves. So that's the first thing is like feel what you're feeling, right? After that, I always say to do what you can to turn the pain into progress. So your question was how to start pouring more energy back into yourself. If you don't know anything else that you should do, at least start with like your body. You know what I mean? Because that even facilitates more healing because emotions are kind of stored in the body. So just the process of working out helps to release them a little bit, you know?
Right.
So if you're not already in the gym, get in the gym. And this is a time where you can start, getting to know yourself better outside of knowing yourself within that connection. Who are you without somebody in your life romantically? You know, start trying new things. Maybe something you have like a mild degree of interest in. Just try it out. See if you like it. If you like it, continue with it. Start meeting more people platonically. Maybe not romantically yet. That'd be a bit fast. But, just start to try to go within the depths of who you are, your own psyche, and find ways to become a bit more expansive. Like expand your life a bit more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Gotcha. Still in your 20s. So
How old
there's
are you again? You're in your
35.
30s, right?
Yeah, I'm 35. So,
Okay, nice.
yeah, you have a lot more to learn about yourself for sure at 26 years old. But yeah, man, that's going to be most of it, man. And like if you get to that place where, depending on how strong of a connection you had, I know the relationship was just a few months, so sure it wasn't you're not going to have to grieve long. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it does get rough, just lean on your support system. Hang out with your friends, family, that kind of stuff. People who have a positive impact on you, and you'll be good.
Right. Okay. I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
What was your process like doing it, and how did you discover that line of thought?
I actually had a coach when I was going through my breakup. Yeah. When I was with the mother of my son, I actually originally hired my coach because he's like me. I modeled my business after him, where he covers like dating and relationships. So when the writing was on the wall that my relationship was going to end, I reached out to a coach just to see if it was like salvageable. And through working with him, I realized like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So I ended it. And I continued to work with him. So he was like that support system that I told you to lean on, right?
Right.
Um, and I got out there a little faster than I should have,
Mm-hmm.
and it was partially because I had a coach. And I was okay. I'm going to get my money's worth with this shit, right? Like I'm going to go out there and get a whole bunch of experience. But if I did not have him, I probably would have like slowed that down because I think that me getting back out there as fast as I did slowed down my ability to emotionally process the relationship.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. I guess I would ask if I can ask another question.
sure.
I guess I would ask like, what's something like what would be the timeline you think for me, or what do you think would be the best time for my emotion to then start like entertaining something? Obviously, I'm kind of processing the emotions. I'm giving it a label. I'm saying I feel this way because of this.
Gotcha.
I'm that's just like the way my mind works, of course. But
Sure.
like, I'm always thinking like I'm not in a place right now today. Obviously, I'm not in a place right now to even look at people. I'm kind of busy with work and whatnot. Like, just to make it short and sweet. But when do you think is a point where I should start feeling like, hey, okay, I'm out. I'm ready to get out there again?
I think when
Would
when
be
the motivating force is desire, not distraction. So you're not
mm,
trying to distract yourself from bad feelings. You just genuinely want to.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys is like, I feel bad, therefore let me go distract myself with another woman, right? You don't want to do that. You want to like, oh yeah, I would like to meet some people. It's a
Would
genuine
that be like
desire.
surface level desire, or would it be just like deeper desire, or would you say just both?
It depends on how emotionally intelligent you are, to be honest with you. Depends on how much awareness you have. You sound like a pretty aware guy. So I think you will be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like if you were doing it to escape something or you were
Right.
doing it because you genuinely desire to do it. But it wouldn't be long for you because your relationship wasn't that long. Typically, the good rule of thumb, and there's no science behind this or anything like that, it's just a rule of thumb.
Half the relationship.
Half the relationship. Exactly. And if you say that your relationship was 4 months long, like what's that, 2 months, 60 days?
Yeah, I mean, like, without getting into too much detail, like, we ended off on pretty good terms. Like, it was just more of like a, it's just not the time.
I got you.
So, yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it won't be long for you though.
All right. Well, shit, I appreciate your advice, man. I'm always a
Absolutely.
huge fan.
Sounds good, bro. I appreciate you watching. Let me know how everything goes, all right? Feel free to come back.
Hell yeah. All right. I'll see you soon.
All right, bro.
Bye.
Take care. Got a good call already. All right. We're hoping that the new like title helps with like, keeping other people at bay. You feel me? Ebony, what's going on?
Hi. Good
Hi.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to ask you. Last week, this guy approached me in the hotel lobby, and he gave me his business card. I usually don't reach out to men, but I am interested in him. So it's like, how do I go about that?
What was the context of him giving you his business card?
Okay, so I'm waiting in the lobby with my mom. He comes out immediately. He's like, "Oh my God, you're drop dead gorgeous." Blah 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 blah.
Oh,
I'm not really a talker, so my mom took over because she's more of an extrovert.
okay.
But the whole time he's like connecting with me, and then there was a point in time he whips out his wallet. I'm like, "Is he about to give us money?" But as the conversation ends, he just slides me his business card. First off, I'm extremely attracted to that because I never experienced that. But
Okay.
it's like, how do you go about that?
You could just send him a text.
A text, but like, is that his work number? I don't know. Do I email him?
I think he sent you the business card because he knows that like he knows. I mean, I think the expectation is for you to reach out in some way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah, but I just don't know if I should email or call or text because I don't reach out to men. That's why I hate that he did this, even though I am attracted to that.
Yeah.
Because like, at least I know that he has something.
I think
Like
he
he
did
sounds.
it. I think he did it because your mother was there. So it's like, okay, that was just a sly way. Like it may have been awkward for him to be like, yo, what's your do the whole like
Okay.
seduction process in front of moms. So he tried to find a way just to open the loop a little bit. You can just shoot him a text like let him know you're the girl from the lobby, and let him take it from there. That's all you have to do is like, I'm this person. You're just texting him,
And it
I'm
has been
this
a
person.
complete week. So did I wait too long?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
let the action give you the clarity that you seek, right? So you'll know all the answers to these questions once you send that text off.
Okay.
Likely he's gonna know exactly who you are.
Okay.
Don't just say hey. I also want to say just say hey, because you're gonna say hey. He's gonna ask who is this. Just let him know who you are. Give him that information up front. Give him the context, and then I'm sure he'll take it from there.
Okay. Oh, that sounds good. I have one more thing too.
Sure.
I hear you talking about a lot the avoidant attachment style, and I'm like 100% avoidant, but I want to work on that because I know it's not the right thing to be.
Mhm.
And every time I look online to try to get to the bottom of it, they make us seem like the worst people on the planet.
Right. So
Like
you
they're more on the anxious side where they're giving advice more than the avoidant side, which I hate.
yeah.
So how do I work on that?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Okay. The thing is, when it comes to healing your attachment style, you have to heal it within like a relationship of some sort, right? Like you can't do it independently because you have to put yourself in the situation where you can be triggered in order to more healthily respond to your triggers, right? So really it's going to be based upon like you just doing the things that you're terrified of doing, like
Okay.
being vulnerable, uh, tolerating emotional closeness without running. You know,
Okay.
that's really
Because
what
I
it's
realized it's with friends too. Like,
really.
once I realized the definition of avoidant and I realized that I'm 100% avoidant, I was like, oh my God, I've been experiencing this all my life pretty much.
Yeah.
And just not doing anything about it. But like, I want to be more open.
Yeah. It's difficult, and it's just going to be, can you tolerate putting yourself in a situation when your body is screaming for you to run and then doing the opposite?
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it boils down to, because when you do the opposite and you like kind of micro dose vulnerability and connection, you send the signal to your nervous system that nothing bad happened. So then you be able to tolerate it more. You build more capacity that way.
Okay.
Right? So that's going to be a lot of it. It's also going to be you learning how to be in your body a bit more. Avoidant men and women tend to live in their heads, intellectualize a lot.
And that is me, 100%.
Yeah, they don't really, they're kind of disconnected from their emotional landscape. They also suppress their needs a lot. And yeah, they don't really feel their feelings. So you have to kind of like put more awareness in your body, you know, do some sort of somatic practices so you can start, you know, just becoming more aware of your body and how you're feeling. Don't suppress your emotions. It's going to be a process. It's 100% going to be a process, but it's something that you definitely can improve upon.
And I feel like I'm very self-aware because in the moment when I'm being avoidant, it's like I don't realize it, but later on I'm like, oh my God, I could have handled that so much differently. So it's just that in the moment process that I have to turn on and off. And I don't mind being 100% avoidant because it's easy to detach in a lot of situations. But I can't keep doing this because I don't have kids, and what if it brushes off on them when I do have kids? So I do want to correct it now.
That's very wise of you. A lot of people don't think that far ahead because it would impact that connection as well. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's going to be a process. You just have to be patient with yourself and not think that it's going to be a situation where you can do a 180 overnight.
Yeah.
But, you know, I told one person who was, I think she was fearful avoidant. I told her, like, follow the rule of never miss two. I had a friend who is a fitness trainer, and the way that he would keep people to stick to their diets and to stick to the gym is he told them to never miss two. Meaning, if they are trying to lose weight and they eat an unhealthy meal, that means that the next meal has to be healthy. If they are supposed to go to the gym on Monday and they skip that workout, that means the next day they have to go to the gym. His idea was like, if you never miss two, you never start to build negative momentum, right? So like apply to avoidantly attached people. When you have opportunities to be vulnerable and you don't, it's okay. Forgive yourself, but that means you got to be vulnerable next time.
The next time, yes.
So don't miss two.
I like that.
And that's just a little simple rule that you can live by to help you. And it also, grace is built into that model, right? Because a lot of people beat themselves up and then divulge into shame spirals because they did the wrong thing, and then they're like, I'm a piece of shit, and then they just start feeling bad about themselves. So the never miss two rule acknowledges that you're going to mess up, but just get back on the horse immediately.
Okay. Well, that's all I needed. Thank you so much.
No problem, love. You have a good one. Best of luck to you.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Fun size baddie, what's going on?
Hey, I said I was gonna come back and update you after we spoke the last time, and I was like, oh damn, I have to get over there and tell him he's right. He was right. So essentially, I guess since we're talking about it, just happened to be that way. Very super avoidant.
Give me a real quick. I'm sorry, fun size. Give me a real quick recap because I don't even remember what we talked about.
So I was dating a guy who I was giving a lot of grace and compassion to. I asked you how much was enough grace and how much was enough compassion to show someone how to love you and what to do if they consistently made bad decisions, right? Because there's mistakes and then there's choices.
Sure.
So we went from making mistakes to now we're just choosing to not do things that we know are hurtful to our person. So that's what was happening. I was consistently explaining myself, always hey, listen, this hurts me. I need you to stop doing this. And we had a conversation the other night where he flat out told me that he knew that what he was doing was hurtful to me. He knew that he was gaslighting me, and thought I was beautiful, but that he knew that my self-esteem wasn't where it needed to be. So essentially taking advantage of all of these things. And I'm just sitting over here like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
What? I did pray a prayer, so maybe that's why I came out playing like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, hold on, whoa, you know? Okay, cool. So, long story short, I went a day of no contact. Like, I just need to think, get myself together, figure out what's what. Didn't say anything. Text me today, and I essentially just told him, hey, listen, you can only love me where you are. Right now, that's not enough for me. This is what you're giving me is nowhere near what I deserve. And I've literally been begging you for basic necessities of relationships: attention, time, love, loyalty, honesty, just basic stuff that you gotta have in order for a relationship to even begin to work or have a solid foundation.
Sure.
I shouldn't be asking for you not to lie. I shouldn't be asking for you not to cheat. I shouldn't be asking you to check on me if something's going on, to not go days without talking to me. That's weird. If we have an argument, the expectation that we should just not resolve it, and then the next time I talk to you, we should pretend like nothing happened and everything is good with the world.
Yeah.
I can't. So I ended it this morning, and normally I would be crying and just super upset, but today it was just like, yeah, I had enough. So now I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I mean, how to move from this point. And I accept the fact that most of this comes from the fact that I never really properly healed from the relationship before. Otherwise, I don't see how I would have allowed somebody to come in and hurt me like this. That says something about me, to stay with somebody that long. We're coming in at a year of consistently doing the same things. Like, there was no change. No change at all. We've not deviated. We didn't even spark a light to make me think that you potentially were going to do better. That's on me.
That's a very healthy way of looking at it, because it's like you're acknowledging how he dropped the ball in the situation, but then you're also looking at yourself like, okay, in what way was I a match for this situation? That's what people don't understand. Whatever situation you're in, to some degree, you're a match for it. That's what people mean when they say you attract who you are. That's just poor phrasing, because it assumes that, like, if you're with somebody who's treating you wrong, then you have some sort of darkness in you as well. It's not necessarily true. But whoever you're with, you are a match for it, right? Like, if you're someone who deals with a narcissist, right? Like, narcissist people hate boundaries. Meaning, if you have boundaries, you would never be in the situation to begin with. So you were a match for it, okay? You were compatible in that sense.
Because I have codependency issues.
Exactly. So it's like you ask yourself a very wise question, a very mature question, like, okay, in what way was I matched for it? All right, now this is what I need to resolve on my end so I don't attract this type of person moving forward. That's good. Good on you.
You can't grow without it, right?
Right.
But then from here, then it was just like, all of a sudden, it was a blast of people hitting me up. Hey, I know we spoke a while ago. How are things? And I'm like, who sent you? Who sent you? I don't trust any of them. I really don't. I'm struggling with it. I don't trust anybody. I just think that they're all intended people.
People started reaching out to you immediately when you ended your relationship? Is that what you said?
It's been happening for the past 2 weeks now, before I decided to end it. It's just been, hey, what's up, stranger? Where you been?
Gotcha, okay.
Weird.
Are these past connections, like people spinning the block, or is it like just people?
I had one person spin the block, and then the other was a connection that I made maybe a couple months back, and then it didn't really go anywhere. We were just talking. Nothing like trying to get into a relationship or anything, but just talking. He's like, hey, you kind of ghosted me. And I was like, no. No, I didn't do that. The last person to respond was me. So if you didn't respond back, who was supposed to do the responding?
Exactly.
Turned off.
Yeah.
Then he started sending me pictures. And guys, I have this thing about sending me bodily pictures. I don't need to see your chest. I don't need to see anything below your waist. I don't need to see any of that. And then as soon as I get those pictures, I have to block you.
Yeah.
Because why are you doing that?
I'm with you. It's a shame that not many people know the basic rules of engagement, but it's a situation, unfortunately.
So what's the next thing that I need to be doing moving forward?
You just have
Since
to.
I'm trying to free myself from this. I'm trying to stop bad behavior.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have to process and grieve the connection, right? So you gotta make space for it so that you can actually grieve it, actually feel it within your body, the emotional sensations, right? So you can fully process them, and then it's just going to be a matter of pouring back into yourself. You know, find activities that you enjoy, hang out with people who like platonic connections who support you, good energy, right? Positive vibes, and then dive in this like domain where that you've already uncovered, like, you know, self-respect, things of that nature, things, qualities that you need to cultivate to ensure that you won't be in this situation again. Start doing that work.
Indeed. Thank you so much.
No problem, love. You take care.
Bye.
Glow.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. What can I do for you?
I'm just listening to the conversation. It's my first time actually joining your live, coming across your live. So like, just let me.
Okay, why did you request to come up?
Yeah, it was interesting though. The topic was quite interesting. That was why I requested to come up.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
What is it?
So the question is, if someone was to stop
You said what?
talking to you, like if a guy you or they like ghost you, stop talking to you, what do you think is the reason? And how can we go about it?
You said if a guy ghosts you and stop talking to you, what is the reason for it? There could be a multitude of different reasons. He could have just wanted to sleep with you, and then you let him sleep with you. So now mission accomplished, right? It could be he just was bored, wanted validation, wanted to see if you were interested, and then once he saw that you were interested, mission accomplished. It could be he was talking to you, he had genuine interest, and then in the process of talking to you, somebody else entered the chat, right?
Yeah.
In which case shifts his focus. So it's like there's no one single point reason why somebody goes somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah, because I actually experienced that. I experienced that early January, and I tried reaching out, it didn't work, so I just said to her, let it be. No,
Okay.
that's it.
All right, love. Well, best of luck to you, all right? You take care. Mr. O'Neal in the building. It's been a while since Mr. O'Neal came up.
I know, man. It's like,
Whoa.
I don't know what it is. My mic is good, right? By the way, because my mic's been acting up lately. Apparently.
It's good now.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what it is lately, but it's like, hey, remember the girl from the other local island who I found out that she actually had a man after all?
Mm-hmm.
She hit me up the other day, and I even had another girl from last year bump into me in person, and I don't know what it is. Now I'm experiencing a new pattern. All of a sudden, these girls that didn't work last year, now they're trying to see me or whatever. But I'm like, I know I don't need to avoid them, but it's like, why are they just now trying again? And it's just like, I don't know what's happening, because now I'm just like, I'm afraid to even being back home from vacation, because when I was off island, I didn't have anybody hitting me up, I didn't have anybody reaching out, anybody trying. Then all of a sudden, ever since I've been back, it's like 2025 is trying to catch up with 2026, and I'm like, and I moved on from 2025.
Yeah, for sure. So
So
they
it's like,
so they
so it's
know you.
like so it's like I don't know. I mean, it's like I don't know if it's because of where I'm at, or I don't know. I don't know. It's like this is a pattern that I'm not used to.
Or okay, so are they aware that you're back?
Not really. Like the one from the other local island, like they hit me out of nowhere, and I haven't talked to them since like the last time that I met up with them, and that was like maybe like December 5th, and I'm like, you wait until now to like all of a sudden randomly like reach out to me or whatever. I mean, even though I already done made my I already done made my like I'm not trying them again, but it's just like I said, I've never faced this before. Usually once I stop, and it's like, and lately like I've been focusing on myself a lot. So I don't know if it's that too, because usually it's like the other way around. Like maybe sometimes I might go into dating and like I might not just be ready. But now that I'm more focused on myself, all of a sudden like all of this is starting to happen, and I'm just like, is this them trying to be genuine, or is this them like?
No. Get that out of
I
your
don't
head.
know.
Get that out of your head. Okay, so multiple women have reached out since you returned from vacation,
Yeah.
and they're not aware that you're back.
Somehow, yeah.
Okay. Did you engage them when they reached out?
No.
Okay.
Only the one that I met in person, and only because of the fact that I had no choice.
What do you mean you had no choice?
Because it was randomly, so it wasn't like as if it was planned out, you know? Like, they just happened to bump into me, and they acted like they knew me. And then I only figured out after I was like, that's who that was.
Okay, so one of the two women who reached out saw you in person,
Yeah.
and then they texted you after they saw you in person.
No. So the other one is a different situation. The other one is the one that I took out last month that I found out that actually had a man. But
Okay.
I'm just like,
Okay, hold on. No more details. But there's two. So the one that had the man, and then the other one saw you in person, and then reached out to you after she saw you in person.
No. So that one hasn't reached out to me yet. But my biggest thing is like, why is it that like all of a sudden that's when this is when they want to try compared to like last month or 6 months ago when I was into them. Like, what's happened since?
What are you doing anything for these women?
Nope.
When
That's
you
the thing.
when you were dealing with them, were you doing anything for them?
The one that visited, the only thing I did was like I bought her like dinner, and that was it basically.
Okay.
And this is a weird pattern because I never had this happen before. Usually it's like once I stop talking to one, like I stop. You know? And that's that. Now that I've had this happen back to back, I'm kind of like, what the hell is 2026?
I think you're missing something, bro. I think like both of them reaching out to you in that timeline would suggest they're aware that you're back.
Mm-hmm.
So either they follow you on social media or post stuff on like something's going on to where they're aware of your back, and you're just not thinking about it. So
But that's the craziest. I didn't even mention anywhere on social media that I'm back.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. That's why I find it really trippy.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a random coincidence. I tend to not believe in coincidences, but I think that there's something. This sounds like you were doing something, or you represent the possibility of some benefit, and that's why they're reaching out to you.
Probably it, or because they know how good I was talking to them, and maybe the others aren't talking as good to them. I don't know.
No, that's not it. That's what your ego wants it to be. That's not it, though. Promise you, that's not it. There's some way they're benefiting, or they think they can benefit, and you're not aware of it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I guess until the other one that I met randomly, until they reach out to me, and then the other one, I'm not even giving a chance to. Once I found out that she had a man, like that was all I needed to know. I was done with that one. But it's just trippy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just keep ignoring them, right? Because you already gave it a try, and you know it's not gonna work out. So.
And that's one thing I hate about my location too. My location, like, it's so easy to bump into someone again. And then, like, in my case, half the time I kind of be like, who is she? Or how do I know her? Or how do I know that one? Even though how small my country is, and it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know if I need another trip to come up soon, or I don't know if I gotta move sometime or something. I really don't.
Yeah, we already talked about that. You probably don't have to relocate. You didn't meet anyone on vacation?
Nah, I didn't. I didn't even bother. Because I listen. I was having too much fun eating the good Mexican food and drinking good, and and I enjoyed it. I actually really needed another break soon. Probably around maybe March or April, and maybe that time I might. But I don't know. I might take a break from dating because it's just like I don't know. After what I experienced last year, I'm kind of like this year. I'm kind of like, I'm just trying to focus on me this year. And I don't know. I think that's what it might be too. I don't know. Maybe because now I'm way focused. Like maybe that's why all of a sudden that this could be happening. So you never know. I mean, maybe I have another update soon, and maybe I'm in a grocery store or something, and one just happens to come up to me or whatever. I don't know, because I'm staying away from the apps. I'm staying away from the apps this year. I ain't messing with the apps this year.
I got you. Yeah, you might need to change it up. I don't think that we talked about this though, man. It's for y'all who don't know, Mr. O'Neill is located in Turks, in Caicos, right? That's where he lives. So the constraint geographically for him is it's a very small, it's a smallly populated place, and a lot of women who come there are like, and I want to have fun mentality. They're not looking for any kind of relationships. So me and him discussed previously that he may have to relocate, or
they all want a favor or something.
Yeah. See, the favor is what I was alluding to earlier.
Yep, and that's what I'm staying away from this year too. Even if I talk to someone, I'm always going to expect that word within the first couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we talked about this already, bro. You may have to either relocate or be open to something more long distance, because you definitely have a real constraint where you are located, but you'll figure it out.
And at least I know how to map it out for that pattern. Cause it's like, cause that was another pattern too that I noticed as well too, that it's always that favor word, and it's like as soon as I hear that word favor, I'm like no, because it's like I wouldn't do that to a woman. I wouldn't be like, even in the first 3 days of talking or even the first week of talking, it's like all of a sudden, oh, I'm gonna ask them for a favor. It's like nah, like until I get that same energy back from any of the local women, I mean it's like I tell you, like I think I've given up on local women pretty much.
I hear you, but
and I did that before, and that's how one of my previous long distance relationships ended up starting basically.
Got you.
So you never know. Maybe history repeats itself. You never know.
It's possible. Well, keep me posted, big dog. All right.
Definitely.
All right. What we got next? Nasreen?
Yes. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So I spoke to you, I think last week, and we were talking about, and you were telling me about meeting local people instead of talking to people virtually. And then I went to a brunch with my friends, and a guy came and approached our table, and he seemed interested to talk to us, and then he invited us to go to his table, but my friend said no, so we just sat down. So he came and he gave me his phone number, and then I texted him after 3 hours after leaving the restaurant. Said, hey, it was nice meeting you today. I hope your day or your night is going well. He said the same to you. It was nice meeting you, and that's it. He never texted back. So is he expecting me to pursue him?
Okay, so the play is y'all went out to brunch. He invited you to come to his table. Your friend said no, so then he exchanged numbers?
Yes.
Okay. And then you reached out to him first, or he reached out to you first?
He we said hi to his friends, and then he invited us to come sit with him. But my other friend, because we were three, she said, no, I'm not gonna go unless, like, they come and invite us to their table. We're not just gonna get up and go to their table. And I was like, okay, fine. Then my other friend, she was talking to him, and he asked her about my number. No, he gave her his number to give it to me. Then I texted him. Then there was, like, just one response, and that's it. I don't know. Is he expecting me to pursue him? Like, do I need to reach out again, or
Wait,
just
how did you get his number again?
my friend?
Your friend gave it to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't give you the number.
No.
Got you. Okay. And what did you text him?
It's like, was nice meeting you today. We met today at the brunch. My name is this, and he knows who am I. And he's like, oh, it was nice meeting you today. Likewise. It was like,
Girl,
polite.
that's when you
It was
fucked
a
up.
polite
You ain't
answer.
gonna read all that shit. Y'all have to send just a picture of yourself nude or something.
Keep going.
Yeah, it was nice answer, but he did not like proceed or continue talking. So just leave it like that.
Yeah, I would assume disinterest if, like, maybe he reaches out, but you did your part, which was you were open and you extended, you gave him the opening, you tested him, right? So
Yeah.
if he was really interested and intentional, he would move things forward. So if he doesn't move things forward, I would assume disinterest.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank
No,
you.
no problem, love. You take care. All right, who we got next? Waiting for Queen B to come up. Maz, anyone who has questionable profile pics, do not bring them up. You know what I mean by that, I assume. They have a questionable profile pic, like it's not them, they can't come up.
Hello.
Hold on 1 second, hon. We got one more person ahead of you. Let's wait for Queen to load real quick. Okay. Okay, hon. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Well, I have a relationship question.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a long story, but
Okay.
been
Let me
together
before
for
you get
8
started.
years.
Before you get started,
Oh,
start
yeah,
with the
yeah,
question first.
I'm gonna have a verbal diarrhea. I said it's a short story, but
Okay.
yeah.
Start with the question first, then give me the details. Okay.
Okay. How do you forgive a cheater?
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can I continue?
Sure.
Thank you. Married for 5 years, been together for 7. We've got 2 children, bought a house together. And I found out, sorry, I'm literally, my face is getting hot. And a week ago today, I found out that he's been unfaithful. I kicked him out of the house. Of course, oh God, I had to block him because of repetitive messages of "I'm sorry, didn't mean anything" and so on. What makes me sick to the stomach is the way I found out.
Mm-hmm.
We were on a family holiday a couple of weeks ago. And he was spending money on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
When we came back, he went to this appointment to do what he was going to do, and realized he got scammed. And when he realized he got scammed, he told the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So the bank have blocked this woman's accounts. And she basically said, if you don't go back to the bank and say you lied, I'm going to tell your wife. And that's how I found out, basically. Just, yeah. But I don't have proof. She sent me enough proof to well, I haven't slept for days. And today I got a call from from a psychiatrist that he got in touch with, and she wanted us to sit down and talk together. No. Like, how can a person move on? Don't get me wrong. I can do it. I chose to be with that person. I do not need that person. You are in my life because I chose you to be in my life. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, it's out of love, not needs. So what first step do you take? Like, how? I don't get it. How can someone forgives somebody who broke their vows? I don't know.
How long have y'all been married?
5 years.
5 years? And you said you have 2 kids?
Yes, we do.
Okay. What was the relationship like before you found this out?
That's a sad thing. Amazing.
Okay. So like
we no fights, no. I think saying that, I think I was too trusty. Like, I gave up work to be a full-time mum. But don't get me wrong, he looked after us financially. We never had a problem, okay? But he always complained about, he's always worried, he was always stressed out about, he's got his own company. He was always stressed out about, oh my God, what if I don't get another big job? What am I going to do? But now, and another thing I found out is he's got a betting problem as well.
He's got what problems?
Like putting bets on football and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but we're not talking like a 5 or 10 hour, we're talking thousands.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
So like relationship was good. You said no fights?
We only had one big fight about 4 or 5 months ago, where I physically had to call the police because I was scared for my safety and the children's. And it's because he's been stressed out for a long time because of, everything is so expensive, he's worried, this and that. So in that process, he started treating me like garbage. And I felt bad. I mean, this man would come home and he'd see me cooking in the dark because I felt bad for him paying electricity, so I'd cook in the dark. And then it got to the point where I thought, what are you doing? This is not right. And I snapped and I said, this is not right. And then he got physical. That's it. In the 7 years together, 5 married, that's the only fight we've ever had.
He got physical, like he put his hands on you?
He didn't. I'm still trying to kind of sugar it. He didn't hit me. He just physically stopped me from leaving. Okay. Which resulted in some bruises, if that makes sense.
Okay. And that's the only fight y'all had in 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. You were in a very repressed relationship. Yeah. It's not normal to not have any fights. If you're not fighting at all, somebody's not saying something very important.
Correct.
Somebody's people pleasing. His it's almost as if he was pushing all his frustrations down and down and down and down and down. And then external stressors made it so he couldn't contain all that inside anymore. And then he exploded. Right? What was intimacy like? How frequently were you two?
I had an open relationship. Like, I've always told him, like, we shared everything. I am the easiest person you can talk to. We've always shared everything. And like I said, he's always complained about financial things. Even though now I know that we could have bought 3 houses if he if he was careful with him. I've never questioned how much he earned. I've never. I'm the stay-at-home mom. I'll bring up the children. I will do what my job is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but hold on. We don't need to get into all the details right now. What?
Okay.
How frequently were you two intimate?
That's another thing. I try. I how do I say this? I don't feel like he's attracted to me, even though I don't think I think I'm doubting myself. I am a very attractive person, even with the tiny confidence I have. I think I'm an attractive person, but I don't feel he's attracted to me.
Why?
Because I have to ask to get it.
Okay, so you would have to initiate intimacy. He wouldn't initiate it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
I never say no. Never say no.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely was bottling some things up. He also could be avoidantly attached. Avoidant people tend to... Physical intimacy is still intimacy. So a lot of people who are with avoidant people, whether they're a woman or a man, they'll find that like they want to sleep with you less. Because the act of sleeping with you is closeness, and they don't want closeness. They want to create distance, so they'll stop. And then find another person to get their needs met, typically, either emotionally or physically. So, it's back to your original question. We're not going to solve all your marriage problems right here. The core of it is a lot of stuff was bottled up. He's likely avoidant, which is partially why he has bottled everything up. Avoidant people don't speak for their needs. They suppress their needs and then resent you for not meeting their needs. So they won't vocalize it, but they'll resent you for not meeting them. And then create distance. The question is, how do you forgive somebody for cheating? I mean, you just have to decide that you want to forgive them. The thing is, you have to forgive them fully or it doesn't work, right? Infidelity can happen, and, you know, one party takes ownership, the other party fully forgives, as hard as that is, and then they could be closer than ever, right? Certainly possible. But it does take like you being willing to forgive, and then not throwing this back in his face over and over again, because that means you didn't really forgive, right? It also takes ownership on his side and a full understanding and acknowledgement of why he decided to cheat in the first place. But in this situation, the cheating was a symptom of a deeper issue. The real problem is not the cheating, even though that is an egregious problem. But
I understand what you're saying, but then that's just telling everybody, if you've got a problem with life and you cheat on your husband in your life, it's okay because you've been through things. I disagree. We've made a vow. You've got problems. If you want to cheat all you want. Just tell me I can't be with you anymore because I want to do this. This is what I'll do.
Okay. I'm with you, but that's not the question you asked me. Now it sounds like you just want to vent. The question you asked me is how to forgive somebody. And now you're saying you don't want to forgive. So if you don't want to, that's fine. You're justified in not wanting to. But what are we talking about now? You can't do anything. You need to leave. If you don't want to forgive, totally fine. That's not a bad decision. I certainly would leave in this situation. But you gotta have to want to in order to do it, right? So if you're telling me you don't want to, then the only option left is to leave the situation.
It's still raw to know what I want to. At the minute is I can't. I can't see it happening. It's too fresh and raw to even think about what I want. So
okay,
yeah.
I understand that. So I mean, you don't have to make a decision right now. You got to process it. But what I just said was accurate, right? You either have to get to a place where you can fully forgive, and if you know yourself and you know you can't fully forgive, then you have to end the situation, because it's not a relationship anymore. If like you're going to sit there, because now you got both sides resenting one another, you know. So, but I wish you the best of luck. Definitely come back and we can unpack it more, right?
I appreciate it.
No problem. You take care.
Bye.
Okay, Cece in the building. Debo is here. Debo has arrived.
Huh?
I said Debo has arrived.
Yeah, you know, we're not at our goal. Well, for me, it's 9:52. So, you know, that first hour is almost up, y'all. So let's double tap. We got to get a little over 50K because actually our new goal now is 115. We ask you that you tap and comment and interact as much as possible. It just helps with the FYP. We want the coach to get up there so as people are scrolling, this is easier to find. That's why we go hard for the taps. You also want to go ahead and grab that Daily Heart Me, join the fan club. That's that orange heart right up at the top. And then also you want to have that gray arrow down there. You want to repost it to your stories, or you can share it with your top 15, I think, is max that you could share with people. Also, when you want to come up in the queue, make sure you are ready with your question first. Right there this is no matchmaking. So if you are here trying to find love, no, it's not it. It's not it. What else? Oh, so there's only one person that I see in the queue. So coach, just remember that private accounts you can only see.
Okay.
So once you see people aren't being let up and you see people on your end, they're private.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, just wanted to remind you that. And yeah, so let's get this show going. We got one more hour. Let's double tap. See, we're already at 43. Let's get that up before the end of this first hour. All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate you, CC.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring some more callers up real quick. Okay, we got see Naya. Who else? Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm gonna make this quick because I got a noisy child right here.
Okay. Appreciate you.
So my question is how to date with intention and not fall for situationships.
Okay.
Like most of last year, I've met a lot of men. I talked to a lot of men, and I felt like it was going somewhere, and it just ended. I end up in a situationship, and then it ends. And I think in one of your lives, you said something about patterns, and I did realize that when I do meet and talk to men, I go into like, okay, I want to be courted, I want to go on dates, I want to find my person, and then I feel like I let men talk me into, like they say things that I want to hear, and I fall for it, and I think it's real, and then when it's all said and done, when it's over, I'm like, oh, that wasn't real, I got tricked, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I after my last situation in December, I'm like, you know what? I want to just do things differently. I want to really focus on myself and figure out where I lack in life and just pour into myself. But also, I want to, when I get back out into the dating scene, how do I do it properly? How do I date the right way? How do I let men court me and not fall into situationships or giving myself away to men that don't deserve it?
Gotcha.
I'm going to mute myself because my son is being loud.
Okay. But I do have some questions for you, though. So, okay, how long did these situationships last? Tell me, the last two situationships you found yourself in, how long did they last?
The last one, it actually ended, I ended it on Christmas, but it lasted 3 months.
3 months?
3 months, and then the one before that one, it was like 2-3 months.
Okay. And how are you meeting these men?
The last one I met through my friend.
Okay.
So in person, and then the one before that, it was messy. It was a messy situation. I should never put myself in that, but it was on Facebook, but it was my friend knew the person through somebody else.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So she was like, basically she told me to send me a friend request, that type of thing. But the situation was kind of messy, so I really didn't have no business doing that because the intention from jump wasn't good, I guess.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 25.
25, gotcha. Okay, so both of them ended within 3 months. You ended both of them. And when you say
I'm sorry. Let me
You're
go
good.
to the next one.
you're good. I know
And
how
don't
it
follow
is.
me.
Oh, they gonna follow you. They gonna follow you for sure. I know how that goes. So, okay, when you say how to get courted, like what was missing in these two situationships from like a courtship perspective? Like what were they not doing?
So I'm gonna speak more on the last one. He showed interest to me. Like he approached me and said, "I'm not like you. I want to get to know you." That type of thing. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, if he wants to get to know me, I want to see what he wants to do. Like when you meet a man, when they say they want to get to know you and whatever, you think, oh, he's going to take me out. He's going to court me. He's going to show me that he likes me. But it wasn't that. It was just basically words and no action.
So he never took you out.
No.
So how did y'all get together?
Like how? Like what do you mean?
How did y'all did you go over his house or he come over yours?
Oh, to his house.
Okay. Stop doing that.
Okay.
Stop doing that, right? Because I mean, people gonna do what you allow. So
Exactly.
if you just going over people's house, I would make the argument that even someone suggesting for you to come over to their house is insight as to how they perceive you.
Right.
Okay, so that's another thing. These people that you were in situationships with, are they aware of like your social media presence?
No.
Okay, that's fine. The reason why I asked that is because how you market yourself matters. I've had women, man, come on these lives. I'm not saying this is you at all because I've not looked at. It's my first time talking, first time being aware of you. But I have had women come up here and be like, men lust after me. How do I get them to stop lusting after me? And I give them advice, and they take the advice well. Then I go to their page, and the first video is them shaking ass. And it's like, well, you're shaking ass. So you're marketing yourself as someone who shakes ass, so he wants to see that ass shake. I don't understand what's not computing, right? So you want to be aware of how you market yourself. Because there are women who go through a situation where like they hooked up enough where word has spread. So now they have a reputation that they are unaware of. So men who are going after them because of said reputation. Or there is a reputation online because of like what they post and how they're positioning themselves online, right? So they're positioning themselves online as a object of lust. Therefore, their marketing is working, right? It's attracting men who want that. So I just need to put that out there, not for your specific situation, just for everyone else listening. But I say that because him asking you to come over to his spot on the first link, maybe he does that with everyone that he talks to. That's possible, in which case it's not a reflection of you. Or...
Okay, can I give a little background? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sure, go ahead.
So the person, the recent situation, it was my friend's brother. So she was living with him. I would come over to hang out with her or like just pick her up. Most of the time we were hanging out outside the house, but outside of their home. But the times that I would come over, he saw me in person.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, he approached me when I was like, I've been seeing you. I think you're cute. Whatever. And I want to get to know you. So it wasn't like she put us on with each other. I was just coming over around to the house and he noticed me, showed interest.
I got you. Yeah. And like I said, he could have been the type where it's like he does that with every woman that he connects with, or your friend may have told him some shit that made him get the impression that you will be going for that, right? That's also a possibility. So you just got to look at all the variables. So the first thing is, regardless of how you're being perceived, you have to just have certain standards to where you're just not going for it.
Right. And I feel like I go into these situations with boundaries and standards, and they never, I just let the man do whatever, and it's like I'm getting to a point where I'm just tired of that. Like, I don't want to keep doing that. I really want to one day meet my person, and actually have somebody that likes me for me and that shows interest in me and not my body or just simply how I look or whatever. It's like I don't know. It's just I don't know.
So why do you think you let men do whatever?
Because it's like they say certain things. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I like what they're saying, so I feel like I should give my all to this person.
Gotcha.
Or I'm not gonna lie, past situations I went into it like, I'm young, I want to have fun, I don't care.
Yeah.
But then when it's over, I'm like, I feel just depleted. I feel like, damn, that wasn't fun. There was nothing fun about that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And then I feel regret. I feel sad sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I fall into another situation. It's like, okay, I know it's a pattern. It keeps happening, and I want to just go about it the right way. Like, because now I told myself I'm in a no dating era. Like, if a man approaches me, you cannot have my number. I don't want to talk. It's just like, I don't want to keep falling into those situations. So I just want to do things different.
Okay. So you go into situations where it's like you have boundaries, and then he gets into your ear, so then you just go.
I just drop all my standards, like,
there's some payoff.
Something I liked, or
there's some payoff that you're getting from this, and it's possibly that you have a need to be desired or validated. You like being desired, which is why you just go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because when you start to have cognitive dissonance like this, where it's like there's something that you've stated consciously, but then your behavior shows difference.
Exactly.
There's some sort of payoff you're getting emotionally that you've not unpacked. More than likely, you like being desired, and your self-esteem is oriented around being desired. You're probably used to being desired, right? So it's like that's probably where a great source of your self-esteem is coming from. Being aware of that helps, but also you have to start being able to validate yourself and not getting validation from the desire of men, right? So you have to be able to build yourself up internally and not use the attention from men as a source of validation. So taking a break is a great step toward doing that, right? Because if you remove that validation, you have no other choice but to start working on building up your energy internally. Okay? So I would actually recommend you do that. Like, just take a little break from dating for a while.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One more question before I go.
Sure.
How do I know, like, if I'm truly ready to date and to not just fall into that? Like, I don't want to be sitting here like, oh, I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
And then I meet a man in 5 months, and then it just goes to.
I think when you are in a place where like you're genuinely satisfied with your solitude.
Okay.
Because that shows that like right now you're using the attention of men to regulate yourself, regulate your emotions. You're using them to feel good.
Right.
And then you feel worse on the back end. So in the short term, you feel like low because the thing that makes you feel good is the external validation. So then you go out and you deal with these men. And then you feel good for a minute, and then you feel worse in the back end. It's almost like taking a drug. You know, you do drugs, it's like, you feel really great, and then you feel worse than you did before. You fall below the state that made you want to take the drug in the first place. So it's a very bad cycle to be in. So when you can get to a place where you're like actually happy by yourself, you've built a life for yourself that you enjoy. You know how to build up your own energy internally, and you're not really needing any external validation to feel good. That you come from a powerful place, because then it's like every man you deal with, you have a frame where it's like, I could take it or leave it.
Right.
There's nothing I need. You can't give me anything I need, so I really can take it or leave it. Then you're going to more easily have boundaries. They say when it's like negotiation, it's like the person who cares less has the power in the negotiation. It's kind of how I think about it. So like you kind of have leverage in that situation because I don't really need anything from you.
All right, that's true.
Okay?
Yes, thank you so much. I really needed that.
No problem, love. Keep me posted on how it goes, all right?
I will. Thank you.
All right, you take care.
You too. Bye.
Okay, who we got next? We got Dedrusha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. How you doing?
I'm alright. How you doing?
What can I do for you, bro? Oh, excuse me. Dedrusha, are you there?
I am.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Okay, I have questions about dating in my 50s.
Nice.
My husband died 4 years ago in a car accident.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So we were married 32 years.
Uh-huh.
I'm wanting to date again.
Okay.
So the last year I put myself out there and I'm meeting men that are not financially stable.
Uh-huh.
I feel they try to lead me to sleep with me. I don't want that. I want to have a meaningful relationship. And then they ask me for money. Oh my goodness. So what is going on? And I feel like the pool that I'm coming from, it's dating sites. And I'm just at a loss of what to do. I'm putting up walls. And I feel like I'm getting bitter already.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
So you're meeting men how?
Through dating sites.
So like dating apps, that's it?
Yes. And the thing is, I'm out there. I'm not in my house. I'm very active. Nobody really approaches me, but maybe I'm not approachable. I don't know. Sometimes no man approaches me when I'm out, ever. And I'm not terrible looking. I wouldn't throw a rock at me, but I have a really good personality. I have a good humor.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, well, let's just go to some dating sites.
Yeah.
And it's just not working.
Yeah. I get it. I understand how frustrating it is. I mean, everybody's frustrated with the current dating market. So there's pains on both sides.
What? Just let it flow and just go through life?
Not necessarily.
I just don't know what to do. I'm new. I was married 32 years. I was a faithful wife. We had a pretty good marriage. And now I'm at a loss of what to do.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're saying your experience on dating apps is men either are not financially stable, just want to sleep with you, or flat out asking you for money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I found. I have been on 4 dates. A few of them lasted a few dates, but you just get this vibe. I know what I want. I'm 55. I know myself. So if I don't see it, I just want to cancel it.
Okay.
But
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that. When you say I know what I want, how are these dates going?
I'm happy with myself, first of all.
Okay.
But I would like to enjoy myself with someone else. I want a partner. I don't want to grow old by myself. I want someone to take me to a doctor's appointment. I want to care for someone. I'm just kind of throwing that out there.
I understand.
I want that companionship. I want that person to grow old with. But these men that I have been meeting in their 50s are just not where I am.
Okay. So talk to me specifically about how these dates are going.
They will, first of all, this one man, I really, really enjoyed his company, but then he's broke, and he don't take me anywhere. And if I go somewhere, guess who's paying? No, I'm not doing that. He can't even afford to take himself out.
Okay.
Another guy was very controlling. I did not like that at all. I just felt like he was telling me what to wear, and which I like to look nice, but I'm comfortable with what I wear. And the other man it just didn't work out. So
Okay, so the controlling aspect. What do you mean he was telling you what to wear? What was the context there?
just he's like, yo, you should wear this. I'm 55 years old. I'm not going to dress like I'm 20.
Okay.
I'm very conservative. I'm classic. And I think he just wanted me to get a little hoochie. And, I wasn't going to go in that direction.
Okay, what was the context though?
You should, why don't you wear a dress that's a little more shorter, or wear these heels, and I'm like, no, I said, I appreciate you saying that, but, I just feel a little more comfortable with this style, and I think I look nice. And he goes, no, you do look nice. I just think maybe you should wear something like this. And it was just kind of going back and forth. And I'm like, when I get dressed to go see him, I'm like, am I dressing for myself, or am I dressing to make him happy?
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's kind of trivial. It was simple.
Gotcha. And the one you said it just didn't work out. Why didn't it work out?
Because he asked me for money, and I'm just not giving my money
Understood.
to people. I'm just not.
Okay. So the thing is, every medium that you use to date and meet people has pros and cons to it, right? So dating apps are a viable strategy, but the con is you're going to have to comb through a lot of false positives. A lot.
Okay.
You're going to have to be very patient with dating apps. There are some gems on dating apps. They do exist, but you're going to have to be very patient. So you're going to have to just go into it knowing, like, I'm probably going to date a lot of men, and most of them are going to let me down. But then eventually I may run into someone who's like, good. Okay? So if you're going to go down that path, you have to be prepared for that. Okay? When you say...
Can I just tell you the situation I have right now? Because I just got a text from this gentleman.
Okay.
So I've been talking to him for about 2 weeks. And last night he said, do you want to meet early afternoon? Okay, where I live, it's 1:15. He just now, as I'm talking to you, texted me and said, do you want to meet at 2:00? It is 1:15. And then I'm thinking, like, I'm talking to you right now, and I'm thinking, should I even do it? 45 minutes? I'm pretty much dressed for the day, but I don't know. Am I being too picky? I mean, I have to, leave now to go see him. I mean, give me a little more heads up. I mean, it's early afternoon. We didn't say specific time, but I was under the impression perhaps he would call me in the morning and he would say, hey, would you like to meet at this time? So nothing. I'm just listening to you. And I thought, I'll just get on this and, talk to you further. And I tried to go live, and I appreciate you talking with me. But now I just get this text to go at 2.
Yeah. So this is what you're going to run into, right? Most people you date, all you're going to find out is why they're single. Especially on a dating app. Oh, that's why you're single. Okay, I got it now, right? Like that's gonna be most of your experience. It's just you have to be just emotionally prepared for that. Okay? So if you're going to use dating apps, that's going to be, like I said, just be mentally prepared for the fact that you're going to have to run through a number of people. Now, when you say you go outside and that you're not someone who's stuck in the house, where are you going?
Well, my job, I work for a catering company. I'm captain on events. Okay. So I'm in a lot of party situations. I am working, but I see just people all the time with my job. I like to be active. I like to ride my bike. I do a yoga class. I like to go to coffee shops. So I just don't stay in the house.
Okay. The next level, that's good that you're outside. That's good. A tier above that would be becoming a regular somewhere in an environment that is co-ed.
Okay.
right? Because it's easier to meet people when you were in school or even when you're at work. A lot of people want to date their coworkers. Why? Because when you see the same people over and over and over again, you build familiarity with them. That opens the door to attraction and romance, right? What you're describing is a situation where either you're going to like an environment where it's just women, like yoga, right? Or you're going to environments where like you go there once and then it'd be a while before you go back there. And every time you do go back, there's different people there, right?
Correct. Yes.
So you put yourself in environments where you see the same people over and over and over again, you increase the odds of being approached. Now with that, you do want to also make sure that you're maximizing your aesthetics. As women, that's just important. It's becoming important for men too. Historically, men haven't had to focus that much on that area, but nowadays we do as well. But women has always been, you have to look your best. You're not trying to look younger. You're not trying to look like you're in your 20s if you're not in your 20s. You're just trying to look good for whatever age you are, right?
Oh, I agree. I do
look
that for myself, really.
100%. So you look as good as you want to look, as good as you can look, and that also is going to improve your odds. And then when you go out, you just show yourself as friendly, right? You just are open. You're open mentally, but you're also open from a physicality perspective, right? Like you're not looking at the ground, you're not looking at your phone, you're not physically
I
closed
love
off.
eye contact.
Good,
I love
good.
to ask questions.
So,
I enjoy conversation.
You welcome it. You welcome it. So you're energetically open. And that's going to, just doing what I just said is going to put you in a much more, it will increase the likelihood that you start having those chance encounters more frequently.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying, don't go, don't go. I think I'm going to go. I'm just going to go.
Might as well. But also, last thing I'll tell you, if you start to get to a place where you're becoming pessimistic, which is very normal, because if you get to that place where you become jaded and bitter, that's going to leak out in your behavior and your energy.
I understand.
And it's going to be off-putting to any new person that you meet, okay? So if you feel like you're getting to that place where you become more pessimistic, just take a little bit off, a little break, start pouring into yourself, right? And then get back out there when you're ready, okay?
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should I just offer to pay my part of the date, or what should I do?
Is this a new guy?
It's a new guy.
No, let him pay. First, if he's asking you out, then you pay.
Okay, I don't know. I'm new at this. So
Yeah. If he asks, that's how the rules go. If he asks you out, then you pay. Maybe if y'all date for a while, maybe you cover something small, like in the
I
future.
would do that definitely. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah. So yeah, if he asks you out, you pay. First date, for sure.
Okay, thank you so much for taking my call. I really appreciate you.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, we got Alpha. Alpha, are you there?
Good morning. Hey, sorry, good evening from you.
Alpha, hit the mute button again because you're still kind of muted.
Okay. How's work and family?
Good. What can I do for you?
Sorry, this is my first time I'm actually coming across your live, so I just want to say good luck and good evening. I like your program.
Thank you, sir. What can I do for you?
Nothing precisely. I'm just trying to listen to the questions and how you give answers to them. So
Okay.
presently, I'm not in a relationship, so I don't really have much to ask about that.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, best of luck, buddy. You have a good one. Are people just like lonely? They just want someone to talk to? Is that what it is? I have a warm presence. You just want to talk to me? I gotta talk to that guy. He seems like someone nice to talk to. All right, who we got next?
Hey, good evening. My name is Manuela. I live in Denmark. I have one question.
You say you have one question? Sure, what's your question?
Yes, I have been a relationship here in Denmark. Like, I grew up in Denmark, but really I'm from Portugal, Mozambique. And I have been in this relationship like in 10 years. Everything was good. And then we came at one point like, I want to have a family and the kids. And then he was not very ready because he was like a little older than me.
I think. And my situation was like, I can do that, or you need to be in this cycle, like you need to go in his way. And I get a point to move to Portugal, and I never been with a black guy because I live in Denmark so many years, and my thing was in the being in situation with the black guy that was like my brothers, and I meet this guy from Angola, and the situation was like I need to every time travel to Angola and do my things, and I'm not saying he was like bad, but it's like the relationship was like I need just to do my things because he living in Portugal. So my question was, is like, I need to be with him, the Angolan guy, and I need to move on in my situation and then be single because I have the situation like I'm being single right now in 5 years, and I'm good. I'm focused with my other nails, like work and education and everything I need to do to help myself. So,
Beloved, I didn't capture any of that. Like, what is the question that you have here? What's the problem that you're having?
I have the problem like I have the problem like I been with this guy in Portugal, Angola,
Uh-huh.
and my situation is like, and it's not far away. It's like I live in Denmark, but it's like okay. It's like the things I'm doing here is like I'm a good enough because like in my older relationship I was like ready to have like kids. I was ready to have like the life but
Okay.
I meet somebody
Love.
it's like
Hold on. I need you in one sentence to tell me what the problem is. In one sentence, okay? So in 10 words, I need you to explain what your problem is because you're talking about a lot of stuff and I'm confused as to what we're talking about. So in one sentence, tell me.
It's like difficult for me to explain that.
I can't help you if you can't explain it, love. You were waiting in line for a while, so you had enough time to kind of get your thoughts together. Okay, so if you can't explain the problem, I can't possibly help you. All right? So request back up when you get clarity on it. Communication course is going to be dropping soon because how y'all make it through life not being able to articulate yourself is beyond me. Hello, how we doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
Okay, so my question is, my partner liking other women's pictures on social media. Is it a deal breaker, and how should I go about it?
So your partner is liking other women's pictures on social media. How long y'all been together?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. And what are these pictures? What's like the context of the pictures? Like what are the pictures of?
It would just be a girl. I would say like on the beach, maybe in a 2-piece bikini.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the recent picture we've talked about. Yeah, those type of pictures.
Okay. So
yeah.
The worst pictures to like. I got you. Are these like women that he know?
I wouldn't say they're absolutely the worst, but
Okay.
they are nice pictures. They're
Gotcha.
a woman. She not all the time is half naked, but of
Okay.
course she's pretty.
he may know her from his past. Is the thing.
Yes. That's what. That was my next question. Did he have like a personal connection to them, or were these like Instagram models?
He be on Facebook, and well, the recent girl I asked about, he said she is one of his old childhood friends.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you bring it up to him and you say that you don't like it, he basically tells you like it's not that big a deal. Is that what he says?
Yeah, so we've had a conversation about it. I told him before the relationship even started, no, I don't like it. I feel like it's disrespectful. I understand you may still be friends with people in your past or whatever. If you see something, you may like it. Please like it in your head. Keep it strolling. Just don't be. I feel like if you sending them attention,
yeah,
giving them certain attention that they might not be understanding, but. And then he's like a free-spirited person, so he be doing things that he don't feel like it's disrespectful. Sometimes I can kind of see that he's not meaning nothing by it, but we'll kind of have a long discussion about it versus, the first time I told him I don't like it, and he said, okay, I'll stop doing it, I won't do it. So, of course, we are friends on Facebook, so I'm scrolling, and I see like another picture again. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta have a conversation with him again, so I come to him and I'm letting we friends on Facebook. Most of the time when you like stuff, it shows your name, such and such, like this picture. So now I'm like, okay. I don't want to make it a big deal, but at the same time, like I said, if you like it, like it in your head and keep scrolling, The recent one that he did like, he also commented on it. So that was the thing.
What was the comment?
It was a comment that said, congratulations. I guess she just graduated or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Right?
It could be, but he's like recent other pictures. And since we've been together, he's probably like 4 of her pictures in the past. Those pictures
were like her in a bikini.
Well, no, one was just like in October, and then the other likes probably was during the beginning of our relationship. I probably didn't catch them, but then when I caught like the comment, now I'm going back through the pictures and like, okay, so he's been liking her pictures. I just haven't seen it, and so I'm kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I get it. There's a couple of things going on here where it's like, this is a conversation that requires a lot of nuance.
Right.
Let me mute because there's a lot of feedback on your end when I talk. So the reason why I was asking what the pictures look like, right, is because you want to get context of what kind of pictures are being liked. So men, when they're scrolling social media and they like something, a lot of times it's not even a conscious decision. You're just scrolling. I would imagine women do the same thing. But you're just scrolling, you see something you like, you double click it, you keep going, right? Other times, it's like an intentional decision to send a signal to the person that like, yeah, I see you, right? And it's hard to tell which is the motivation in a specific situation. When I asked you what kind of pictures he's liking, I was trying to discern if he was liking lustful pictures or was he just liking any picture from this person that he knows. So if you find that like, oh, he's liking just any picture from this person that he knows, it's like, okay, that's kind of harmless, right? If you see like, oh, it's just ass shots, right? Or bikinis, or he's skipping the picture with her and her child or her and her man, right? But liking the ones where she's showing off her body or she's just looking good, okay, well now it's a little more red flag territory, right? So the way to approach this is the way that I think that you already approached it, which is you address it. Like, hey, I just want to feel comfortable doing that. I would appreciate if you could just like stop liking pictures like this, right? It's okay, I'll stop. But then you don't, right? Because in situations like this, you want to look for effort. And if he is still liking specific types of photos. And we're talking about photos where it's like the person's just looking good. We're not talking about things where there's an accomplishment or somebody graduating or someone buying their first house or things like that, right? Those are fine to like. We're talking about photos where the person's just looking good. It's an issue, right? The person probably is suppressing their needs in their current relationship. I know I have guys I went to high school with. Anytime and it's the craziest thing. There's like 3 guys in my head right now. Anytime if I'm scrolling social media and I see a good looking woman, right? I may go to her page. These same trifecta of niggas are already following her. They're already following her. And these are married guys too. So it's like some guys are just in unhappy relationships, unhappy marriages, or marriages where they like are suppressing their needs or not getting their sexual desires met, and they just use this as an outlet. So I'm gonna mute you now, and I want you to tell me what you think about all of that.
Yeah, I understand that, and like I said, I kind of don't feel like I feel like he's like a free spirited person, and some things he may like just to like. He's not looking deep into it. But this particular, like the same person, after you've like multiple pictures of her like bikinis and stuff like that on the beach, and then you come back and now you're commenting on her accomplishments. Now I'm kind of like, when he did compliment, she sent like thank you with extra hearts and stuff like that. So I try to explain to him like, are you seeing how you're making her feel? Like, because of course you've been liking her pictures over the years, and now you're commenting on her accomplishments. So I'm like, in the midst, I'm starting to feel disrespected. She feels seen, and I don't know really what you're getting from it. He's just like, oh, that's just an old childhood friend. But I can tell you kind of lust over certain pictures of hers, you know, like. And like you said, the pictures with her kids and friends and stuff, he don't like those pictures.
He doesn't.
He might like the accomplishments ones and the bikini ones.
So he's not liking. It's confusing. He's not liking the kid pictures.
No, he's not liking stuff like that. He might come across, you know.
Yeah, that's telling. Yeah. That's very telling. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a yellow flag for sure. I won't say it's a red flag yet. But it's definitely a yellow flag, and he's not being really honest about what he's doing. It's just, how do you want to play the situation, right? Is this something that you want to leave your relationship over?
No, not at all. I just want to make sure he kind of understands it or whatever. And then, like, when we kind of got into it the last time, he kind of made a statement where he was like, well, we've been together 4 years, and I've probably only liked one of her pictures a year. And I'm like, I asked you not to like none of them. You know, I don't know, how do you feel that's okay? Like, I just want you to make sure you're taking on that responsibility that, you know, you have in the beginning. Like, you got a responsibility to control your lustful ways or whatever. Just be responsible and understand that, you know, we have respect for each other and leave it at that. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, like I said, if you like something, like it in your head, babe, and keep scrolling. You don't have to send that signal or whatever. I understand there's naked women all over social media. I understand there's pretty women everywhere. I understand you're always going to see something. I get all of that. Just the sending the extra signals. I even get you may like one of her pictures, but then now you're repeatedly liking pictures over time, and now you're sending comments and stuff where you can just, you know, like it in your head. It's like, okay, are you trying to send her a signal on the low?
I got you.
Like, I know what goes on.
Yeah, I understand. Here's the thing, though. If you already brought this up multiple times, it's not going to stop. Okay. So either this is a situation that you leave for, and I can get how you don't want to, because it doesn't seem like it's worth leaving over, right? Doesn't seem like it's that big a deal.
Right.
But at the same time, like, this is just going to be something that continues to annoy you, because it's not going to stop doing it.
Right.
So it's either you
after
just.
a while, you know, if I ask you to stop doing it because I feel disrespectful, then it becomes a big deal, even though it could seem like it's something small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, that's just the situation. It's like either you kind of make peace with it, or do what you need to do to like not be triggered. Maybe you unfollow him so you can't see who he's liking, right? It's like, I wouldn't be mad at you if you did that. Or, you know, social media is like one of the reasons why relationships are almost impossible these days. Because it's like it's like they don't want you to be together. Because like, why I gotta know? I just saw an Instagram update, man. If we're friends, why I gotta know what you're liking?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to make people insecure. That's like it's almost intentional on their behalf.
Right.
But
and that's why I say I know, you know, coming into this relationship, he probably still friends with a lot of people in his past, and I didn't like, okay, go through your list and erase these people, and I'm not doing all of that. You know, I just hoping you know the responsibility, like you gotta tone that down. Like the liking stuff, you can't just don't do it. I'm not gonna do it. If I see something online I'm liking in my head, and I'm gonna keep scrolling. I'm not gonna send that man no type of attention knowing I got a man.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I be trying to tell him. Like
100%.
they looking at your page, they see me on your page, they know you got a girl.
And it's not a crazy ask either, right?
Right.
It's very simple. I've never understood. I've told guys like, there's no need to follow like IG models. Like you're not getting anything out of it, right? You're not. You liking this woman's stuff, like you're one of 12,000 likes. Like it's not gonna happen for you. Like what are we doing? It's a situation where it's only downside. Like think about it. He's liking this woman's pictures. It's hurting his relationship. He still doesn't have a shot with the chick that pictures he's liking. So you're not gaining anything, but you're just losing. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I digress. Ultimately, he's not gonna stop doing it because you already brought it up multiple times, and he's still doing it, right? And he's at the place now where he's defending doing it. So at first when you brought it up, he said he'll stop. Now he went from I'll stop to now I'm defending it. Right. So that means that he's not going to stop. So you have two paths. It's either like you just try to find a way where this doesn't bother you in the relationship, because I doubt you want to have this fight every month for the next 10 years, right? Or leave.
Right.
It's one of the two things. Only two options. Because he's not going to stop liking these pictures. I know it's ridiculous. I know it's a very easy ask. I know it's very easy to implement. But some people are just difficult. And it is what it is. And they'll receive it in their head like you're the one being annoying.
Yep.
Right? Like in their head, like, oh, they're just being annoying, right? When it's like you're just asking for simple respect. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you. And I love this page of yours. I've been up here looking, and I was like, oh, I gotta ask him a question. I like him.
I appreciate you,
he be on it.
I appreciate
love
you.
it.
Keep me posted.
Doing your thing.
Absolutely. Keep me posted how it goes, all right?
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that liking picture shit it annoys me. Some women do it. All right, who we got?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that I'm as clear as possible.
You said that's bro's backup plan. Here's the thing, man. Some of these women they be liking, they have no shot with. That's the crazy thing about it. Okay, you ready, love?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I am. All right. I just have a question. I just want like a male perspective, I guess. I don't know if it's actually even a question. I'm just gonna explain the scenario, and maybe you can just give me some feedback.
Okay, give me the question first, then give me the details. You hear me? Give me the question first.
I'm sorry?
Give me the question first, then give me the details.
So it's more of like there are certain things about my love life or lack thereof that I kind of don't really know how to gauge from my perspective, and I'm just trying to get an idea of like how I present from the male gaze.
Okay.
Like what am I like? I see how I see myself, but I'm trying to understand like, you know, because I've had like a few different scenarios that I don't really understand why. Like it's basically not I'm not getting what I'm wanting, and I'm trying to understand like what it is.
Okay, so you're not getting what you're wanting.
And so I think it's a lot of it has to do with maybe I'm not seeing myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not getting what you're wanting, and You want to see
but
exactly what you're doing that's preventing you from getting what you want. That's your question.
yeah, what am I doing? And then, yeah, I guess you could say, what am I doing? And then, but not necessarily what am I doing in the dating scenarios, but like, it is like, what am I doing with myself? How am I presenting? Like, maybe I'm not seeing myself as like other people are seeing me. Because
Okay.
I feel like I end up in a lot of situations where people will tell me things about myself, and I'm like, I know certain things, but I don't know it to that extent that they see. But I do see some like patterns in the way that like certain like things that'll happen with men or conversations I'll have with men. But from my female perspective, I would think that the things that they're telling me, it would make me more of a like a hot commodity, for lack of a better terms, lack of better terms right now.
Okay. So tell me
it would
what's
be
going. Tell me what's going on.
of making me like.
Okay. Tell me what's going
Yeah.
on.
Okay, so basically, I mean, I don't really date, like, I don't date frequently. I do get approached by some guys, but not the guys that I would ever talk to.
Okay.
When I do date, I tend to date guys that are, I guess I've dated, like, I date guys that have, like, usually have their stuff together, you know, like, very highly educated men, very highly good careers and things like that, right? My background, I'm an artist, so although I mean I have a decent education, I consider myself to be a person that values learning and things of that nature. So I don't have a problem keeping up with these guys at all, because I'm just kind of the same way. It's just that I'm more artistic, so my career path hasn't been as like straightforward as some of the people that I've dated, right? So I think maybe from the outside looking in, it might not seem like I have a lot of stuff together, and I think a lot of that is also because I have a lot of responsibility within my family. So as like the average person might be able to just day-to-day focus on just, you know, having everything, their ducks in order. For me, I have like a lot of people that, you know, have different circumstances of which I have a lot of responsibility, which is okay for me because I love my family members. But it has definitely
Okay, look. Hold on.
temporal resources that
Let's
I've
try
been able
to.
to
Let's try
dedicate
to.
myself.
You're using a lot of. You're using a lot of $10 words right now. Try to succinctly explain what's going on with men and dating,
$10 words.
and then I'll ask questions to get more clarity. Right. So try to very briefly explain what's happening, and then I'll ask questions.
Okay, so I think this is what happens. So I don't get approached a lot by the guys that I would like to date, but when I do connect with them, they're always they compliment me. They say that I'm very beautiful. They say that they seem like they are very into me and very impressed by me, right?
Yeah.
And they also seem like they're like valuing like the opportunity to get to know me.
Okay.
But I think as time goes on, like I'm very like nice, and like, I mean, I'm trying to get away from that word nice, but I am a kind person. I was raised in a very like soft environment.
Okay.
So I tend to be very, I think that my personality is less demanding as what they expected. And then when they meet me, they kind of see like I'm maybe a little too humble in a way where like they kind of take advantage of it. So like, how can I explain it? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at. I'll leave it at that. You can ask
Okay.
questions.
Give me a specific example that gives you that impression.
So the last two guys, like my last actual, I would say longer term situation, it was with a guy that I didn't really like him at first. But as I got a chance to know him, I started to like him more. And then I feel like over time, like he kind of resented that I didn't gravitate at first. And then we kind of went through this thing where it's like, okay, well, where is this going? Like, is this gonna go to marriage? Is it, you know, we kind of went back and forth for a while. But I always felt like he was, I mean, we've had like a lot of talks after the relationship, and he's kind of confirmed a lot of what I was feeling, but I felt like he was kind of competing with me, but in a way where not necessarily for, I feel like it was more like he thought that I had it like easy in some kind of way, right? And when I was with him, I expressed to him that I want a person who is more traditional. Like, you know, I want to still be able to do what I want to do with my career, but I still want like a provider type of man. And I feel like in the relationship, I feel like he went out of his way to kind of punish me in a way. Like he didn't want me to have that because he wanted me to like struggle a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Because you're doing a lot of talking. It's hard for me to get specific examples, right? It's almost like this isn't clear in your head yet. So give me just the outcome. Yeah. What happened? Not how you feel about it. Not your interpretation of it. That's not helping. What happened? Factually, what happened? And tell me how it ended.
So what happened at the end of the situation, he gave me a very, I would say, almost disrespectful proposal. It wasn't even a real proposal. He didn't have a ring. He was just like, if we get married, this is what I'll do. He was a lawyer as well, and I feel like he kind of used to, well, I'm not going to go there.
Okay, good.
He said that I would be okay. Like, he's like, you're going to be good. I'll take care of you, which was, again, that's not what I was necessarily looking for, but he basically said that that's what he would do. And that I had to agree that if at some time in the future, he doesn't think he would do it, but in the future, if he wanted to, that he would have the option to have, quote unquote, I guess a chick up the block. That was what he actually said. And I said no.
He said he would have a chick up the block? What? I don't understand what happened. So he said he would have another woman?
So he was saying that in the future, this is I mean, it doesn't make much sense. And I am kind of dating someone else now, so I don't know if I should.
Okay, love. I want to help you, but we have to really speed this up. You're using a lot of words and not communicating anything. You're using 1,000 words to make one point. So I need you to really lock in, okay? So specifically, how did it end?
It ended with me saying I'm not interested in that scenario, and I didn't understand why he would even present that to me.
Okay.
He moved on physically, but continues to still like reach out to me, but not as much anymore. So that's gone and done. But I'm in another situation, and another kind of man that, you know, is doing whatever he's doing, and we see each other, but it's not moving forward. I guess it's not like moving forward to like the marriage part or the serious like relationship part.
Okay, so your goal is to have a serious relationship. And you're dating one person right now. So the one you were just dating that proposed said in the future he would have another woman, and you said you're not interested, so it ended. Okay, now you're dating another guy. And how long have you been dating this new guy?
So I've been dating him now for less than a year. But it's like he doesn't live in New York. Like, it's long distance. So we see each other like once a month.
Once a month. Okay, good. See each other once a month. It's been less than a year, so about like 10 months. And
the comments are crazy.
So 10 months, and you said it's not progressing to a relationship. Yeah, I would agree. It's not progressing to a relationship. 10 months of seeing him once a month, and he hasn't mentioned anything about being in a relationship.
I'm not sleeping with the guy. I'm not sleeping with him or anything. I'm not sleeping with anybody, by the way. I don't know if that's important.
So you're not sleeping with the guy who you've been dating for 10 months?
No.
Has he tried?
We've had like conversations, but it's, I told him I don't want to do anything until like I'm in a committed relationship.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
He's respected that.
He's respected that. Okay. He hasn't tried to be exclusive or anything like that?
I mean, we've talked about like long-term stuff, but he like the actual like, I mean, we spent Christmas together. I don't know if that means anything, but I don't know. I guess that's why I'm calling you, because I don't understand. That's the point.
Okay. It's from what you were describing earlier, it sounds like you're having two problems. First problem is the type of men that you want, you're not getting the attention of. Right?
Well, I don't even meet the guys because I also don't have like a social life too. That could be part of it, but
That's a big part of it. But you're not getting the guys who like you actually would want, desire, for real.
I mean, I'm getting them, but I'm not like, I don't know. What do you mean by getting? Like, every guy that I've dated is kind of the type of guy that I would like to be with. My ex was not personality-wise, when I got a chance to know him, I didn't think he was the greatest quality guy I know. So I would say he's not the type of guy that I wanted to be with. But on paper, he was.
Okay.
This guy, a lot of things. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're confusing me. Look, when you first got on, the first words out of your mouth up here was like the guys who you want don't really approach you. That was the first thing you said. So now we're saying that, okay, the guys I've been dating are kind of the guys I want. Okay, we'll go with that. So now the question is.
So let me clarify. Can I clarify it? Because
Sure.
I think I
very quickly though. Very quickly.
So
You got 10 seconds to clarify.
Meet a lot of guys.
Go ahead.
I don't meet a lot of guys in general because I don't. Okay, well, you're cutting into my time. I don't meet a lot of guys in general, but when I do go out, which is very rare, I do meet them. So if I'm talking to a guy, mainly it's online, and I do meet the guys. But when I'm saying like, if it's like an everyday walking in the street, those type of guys just that I'm meeting like in my normal everyday go to the store, no, I don't want to talk to those guys.
Okay, so you're mainly dating online.
I date online, and yeah, when I do go out, which is very rare, I'll meet someone, but I don't really do. I haven't done that in years. So
Okay, so we're meeting the guys online. How did you meet the long distance guy? That was online? How did you even connect with somebody that far away from you?
okay, we met. He used to live in New York. We met when he was in New York. He and I, we met when he was in New York. Everything was good, but at the time, like, it was a lot going on. It didn't really work out. We ended up reconnecting, and now like he comes to New York like once a month, and it's, we see each other. We talk on the, we chat on the phone and stuff like that, and we spend, time together.
Do you see what you're doing right now? All you have to do is be like, okay, we used to date, it didn't work, and now we reconnected online. You see how you took a paragraph to explain that? It's making it hard to solve your problem because I'm trying to get one piece of information.
Perfect.
So okay, so everything is online. You're dating the guy who you used to date, and now it's been 10 months. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, 10 months with no kind of exclusivity or relationship is probably not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. Guys, when they really like you, even if it's long distance, like
even I've tried to walk away from him.
You say you try to walk away from him? Is that what you said? Hannah, did you turn her mic off? I was laughing at B in the chat. B said, if this was my friend, I would hang up on them. And I was trying to keep a straight face. That's just hilarious. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to solve your problem, love, because I'm going to have to ask you like 6 more questions. And I know if I ask you 6 more questions, we're going to be here for another hour. But I will tell you this.
Could you ask me one more question?
Go ahead.
Can you ask me 1 or 2 more questions, and I'll give you the straightest answer, if it could help, because I don't want to know that I did this and I didn't get anything out of it, because I've never done anything.
I would tell you this. This may not solve, like, you sound like a lovely person. I know I'm giving you some shit about like not being able to articulate yourself like in a succinct manner, right? Which is annoying. I won't lie to you, but you have a good sense of humor about it, though. So
I have used ChatGPT. I did see someone that said use ChatGPT, and I have. And
yeah,
it actually, that's a whole nother story.
got you. So even in this interaction, was you even laughing like that tells me that you don't take yourself too seriously. You're probably a pleasant person to be around. So that's half the battle, right? So I'm sure men like you. Your main problem is you likely have a marketing problem because you said you're not going out and you're only meeting men online, right?
Do you think it could have something to...
Go ahead.
I'm meeting men online, but do you think it could have something to do with maybe like being, you know what, forget it. I don't know.
No,
I thought it had something to do with maybe the way I present. Because I feel like men lust after me. But then when they get to see how I am, like my personality doesn't necessarily match what I look like, and I feel like I have more of a old-fashioned kind of bubbly personality, but I kind of look more like I'm sexual.
Okay.
And I feel like men, they come into it thinking like, oh, she's gonna be one way, and then it's like, no, like I actually want to be like, I want to get to know you, like I want you to get to know me, I want to actually have a relationship. I feel like then it's just like, oh, okay, you know, I don't know, I feel like they can't reconcile.
It's possible you don't have,
that's why I wanted a male perspective.
it's definitely possible, but that will, like, you have a situation where like there's multiple points of failure. You're thinking about it like you have a single point of failure, where it's like people do this, they'll have a problem, they think that it's just one thing contributing to it when it's probably like multiple things contributing to it, right? So if you're taking, like, I'll give you an example. Some people who OGs know, I've dated like a couple of retired strippers by accident. One of the strippers I met on Hinge years ago.
No, I have two college degrees.
That's not. Listen. Just listen. Okay.
Sorry.
Just listen. I'm not calling you a stripper. I'm telling you about what I've experienced. Okay. So I got a call coming. I got to drop really soon, guys. Unfortunately. But she would take pictures online and she would not show off any of her assets, right? She wouldn't show off her body. All you really saw was her face, and you saw a little bit of her body, but you couldn't really make out how her body was shaped. Because when I saw her in person, I was like, God damn, like she had like a 360 mommy makeover, all that kind of shit, right? And she told me she did that intentionally because she didn't want guys lusting after her, which was wise, right? Your marketing matters. You don't want to market yourself in a way that's going to attract lust. Okay, you don't want to do that if the pattern that you've experienced is a lot of lusty men are coming after you. Now, as a woman, you're not going to be able to avoid that completely, but you can minimize the impact to a certain degree. So that might be part of your problem. I haven't seen your Hinge. You can feel free to take screenshots of your Hinge, DM me, and I can see if that's actually your problem. But outside of that, you need to put yourself in situations where you see the same people over and over and over again, and have a more vibrant social life. Doing that is going to put you in a position to where you can actually start meeting other men, right? Just going out to the bar once or going grocery shopping, like, yeah, you may meet somebody like that, but you will increase the odds dramatically if you start going outside more, being a regular somewhere, and then just showing yourself as friendly. But guys, I have to run. I have a call right now. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can check us out on YouTube as well. I stream on YouTube as well. I have a live stream going on. Guys, if you need help with dating and relationships, click the link in my bio. Schedule a call. See if coaching is a good fit for you. If you can't afford the low 4-figure investment that coaching demands, then you can get the course, the Retainment Blueprint. Link is also in the bio. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I'll see you all tonight. Y'all take care.